ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਸ ਖਾਸ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਰੁਪਿੰਦਰ ਕੌਰ। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਟੇਜੀ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਅਗਲੇ 10 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਲਈ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਇਸੇ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਰੈਪਿਡ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ 15 ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ $1 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਦੀ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਤਹਿਤ 3000 ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਇਸੇ ਤੇ ਆਧਾਰਿਤ ਰਹੇਗੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਖਾਸ ਪੇਸ਼ਕਸ਼। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਥਾਂ ਹੋਏ ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਘਰ ਕਹਿ ਸਕੇ। ਇਸੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਪੂਰੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਟੇਜੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਰੈਪਿਡ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਤਹਿਤ $1 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਦੀ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ।
Since 2015, we've created a national strategy to make housing a priority, with thousands of units constructed and provided affordable housing for over 1 million people. We took this issue seriously since forming government, and now that the pandemic has made housing needs more acute, we're stepping up again. Last month, Minister Hussen announced an investment of $1 billion for the new Rapid Housing Initiative. The goal of the program is to give the most vulnerable a safe place to live by quickly creating up to 3,000 new affordable housing units. Today, I can share more details about how this funding will be used. The Rapid Housing Initiative will be equally split between the major cities stream and the projects stream. Right now, our largest cities face a growing need for safe and affordable housing. We're investing $500 million for immediate support to build long-term housing for municipalities that have the highest demand. We've also opened up applications for the second half of funding through the projects stream. Today's announcement is part of our commitment to eliminate chronic homelessness in Canada, as we announced in the throne speech, while also creating good jobs in the housing and construction sectors.
The COVID-19 pandemic has only underscored and worsened an existing problem. Now more than ever before, we have to ensure that each and every Canadian has a safe and affordable place to call home. And our government's new Rapid Housing Initiative is doing exactly that, and it is an urgent response backed by a significant federal investment of over $1 billion. Our team at the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation is ready to get funding out the door very quickly through two separate streams, as the Prime Minister has mentioned. First, the major cities stream. This is meant to go immediately in the next number of days, to cities that need it the most. This means the cities with the highest levels of renters who are in most need of housing, as well as the largest number of Canadians experiencing homelessness in these communities. So at this point, I want to thank Carol Saab and all of her teammates at the Federation of Canadian Municipalities who were instrumental in helping us arrive at this final list. And the cities that we're targeting are Quebec City, London, Waterloo, Halifax, Hamilton, Winnipeg, Victoria, Surrey, Edmonton, Calgary, Peel, Ottawa, Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto. I spoke to the mayors of these 15 cities a few days ago. They're fully on board with our plan, and they're committed to turning this significant federal investment rapidly into housing for vulnerable Canadians. The second stream of the Rapid Housing Initiative also includes $500 million in funding. It will support specific projects brought forward by Indigenous governing bodies, organizations, non-profit organizations, other municipalities, provinces, and territories. CMHC will be accepting project applications till December 31st, and all applications will be assessed within 30 days so that work can get started right away. These are partners that we've already worked with in the past, and we have no doubt that they will be able to mobilize quickly and harness this significant federal money to turn it into housing, to build modular housing, to convert existing properties into housing, and to purchase land for rapid housing construction. We will work together with our partners together and in the coming weeks, months, and years to build more housing for the most vulnerable Canadians so that they can be safe for now and thrive in the future.
ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ 10 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਲਈ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਟਜੀ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਬੀਤੇ ਦਿਨੀ ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਰੈਪਿਡ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਤਹਿਤ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਅਤੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਫ ਫੈਮਿਲੀਜ਼ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਐਂਡ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਅਹਿਮਦ ਹੁਸੈਨ ਵੱਲੋਂ 15 ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਲਈ $1 ਬਿਲੀਅਨ ਦੀ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਤਹਿਤ 3000 ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਲ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ। ਇਸ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਨੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਫ ਫੈਮਿਲੀਜ਼ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਐਂਡ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਅਹਿਮਦ ਹੁਸੈਨ। Thank you so much, Minister, for taking out time for PTC.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
If you look at the recent announcement, new federal initiative pledges $1 billion for affordable units. So how this $1 billion will be used to create affordable housing units?
Yes, so this is the Rapid Housing Initiative. It is targeted towards the most vulnerable people in our communities, mainly Canadians experiencing homelessness or those who are at risk of experiencing homelessness. The way it's going to work is the first $500 million will go to the top 15 municipalities that have the highest number of Canadians experiencing homelessness, and so that money will go directly to the municipalities to build rapid housing or to buy existing properties like motels and hotels and convert them into affordable housing units. The next $500 million is supposed to fund projects to build or buy properties to convert for rapid affordable housing, and that $500 million is supposed to go to municipalities, to non-profit organizations, indigenous governing bodies, provinces, or any NGO that has a proposal to house people rapidly can get access to that money. So the first $500 million is called the Major Cities Stream. The second $500 million is called the projects stream, and it, again, is to fund individual projects across the country.
So to understand better, this $1 billion will be provided in two streams of $500 each. So $500 million
yes.
each. So one stream is major, and when will the applications open for the second stream?
We opened the applications for both streams at the same time, which is at the end of October. So both those application processes are already open as we speak.
Okay. So under this major stream, the funding will be used to create the non-residential buildings to the affordable units. Does it cover the land cost too?
Yes, it also includes the cost of land. So if a project proponent brings a project and as part of the creation of, for example, 100 rapid housing units, and they include the cost of acquiring that land, then yes, the rapid housing $1 billion fund will support that.
So this the amount the cities are getting, it's 100% federal money. Cities don't have to find a matching money for that?
No, it is 100% federal money, and in fact, for the region of Peel, because Peel is one of the top 15 municipal regions that have a lot of individuals experiencing homelessness, as part of the first $500 million major city stream, the region of Peel will receive just over $30 million, and that will go straight into any projects that they have to create rapid housing for those most vulnerable. If they have additional projects, they can also apply to the second stream on a project-by-project basis.
So do they have to complete this project in the federal time framework of 12 months?
Yes. That's why it's called the Rapid Housing Initiative. We will only fund projects that can show we will only fund proponents that can show that they have projects that are able to be built, housing that can be built in 12 months, and people can move in 12 months, or they have to also show that they can acquire properties and convert them within 12 months. So it is really unique to that condition. If they have other projects that take longer, they can apply to the regular National Housing Strategy funding streams.
If we look at this funding allocation, which is going to the 15 cities, major amount is going to Toronto. Other cities are getting funded too. So how this how the funding is allocated?
Which funding? So the first $500 million went to the top 15 municipalities, including Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa, Peel Region, Edmonton, Calgary, and Halifax, and Quebec City, Montreal, and London, Ontario, and so on. So and Waterloo Region as well. So those were the 15, and then and places like Surrey, British Columbia, Victoria region also got some money. So those are the top 15 for the first $500 million. Toronto got the most amount because obviously the challenge is biggest. The homeless population is highest in Toronto, followed closely by Vancouver and then Montreal and Ottawa and other cities like Edmonton, Calgary, and Peel Region. The second $500 million is open to everybody. And as I said, we will take projects from everyone who can demonstrate that they can build housing in 12 months, or they can acquire properties, existing properties, and convert them into housing in 12 months.
Minister, will continue this conversation with you on Rapid Housing Initiative, but after a short break. ब्रेक तो बाद इन फोकस ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਸਾਡੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਫ ਫੈਮਿਲੀਜ਼ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਐਂਡ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਅਹਿਮਦ ਹੁਸੈਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। So as you mentioned, Toronto got the highest. It's like 200 millions alone Toronto has got. But Toronto has the problem of this housing challenge far bigger than that. Do you think this amount is going to make a difference in Toronto?
Yes, absolutely. And, as I said, this is just one of the programs we have for housing. There's many other programs that we have for housing that is helping Toronto. For example, we have the co-investment fund where we invested in 2019 $1.3 billion to repair and rejuvenate 58,000 housing units as part of the Toronto Community Housing Corporation properties. And that deal was directly between the Government of Canada and the City of Toronto, $1.3 billion. There's many other projects that we've announced with the City of Toronto, including as recently as 2 weeks ago, where I was able to join Mayor Tory to announce funding in the amount of $8 million for the construction of 110 modular housing units in Scarborough. So there's always projects that are in the pipeline. Some have been approved, some we're working together on. This is just one aspect of the National Housing Strategy. The National Housing Strategy is a $55 billion 10-year program to make sure that every Canadian has a safe and affordable place to call home.
We understand it's a one step of the National Housing Strategy, but last week when announcement was made by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and you were there in the announcement, after that announcement, NDP housing critics said that this allocation of 3,000 affordable units is nowhere close to addressing the issue of housing in Canada. What would you say on that?
Well, we agree. I mean, we never said that the Rapid Housing Initiative will fix all the challenges related to housing. That's why we have the National Housing Strategy. And our program will invest $55 billion. And with the Rapid Housing Initiative, that's now a total of $56 billion into housing. We have the National Housing Strategy, which is working in all parts of Canada. We have the National Housing Strategy Co-Investment Fund, which partners with the nonprofit organizations to build affordable housing. We have the Rental Construction Financing Initiative that partners with private developers to build more affordable rental units. Both of those streams each are over $13 billion each. And we have many other programs like the Innovation Stream that funds innovation in the housing sector. So we are doing everything that we can to make sure that there's federal leadership in housing. We know the work is ongoing, but so far, since 2015, we've enabled thousands of projects to go ahead and hundreds of thousands of Canadians to find a safe and affordable place to call home. The work is not done. We're continuing to work, but RHI is one part of a much larger picture.
We understand, Minister, the work is still on, and as you have always said, there should be a place for everyone to call home. So what would be the immediate next step after this recent announcement?
We will continue to work on, of course, the Rapid Housing Initiative to make sure that that $1 billion is spent quickly on housing. We intend to get that money out the door and into the hands of municipalities by December, and hopefully for the project proponents just a little bit after that. In addition to the remaining portions of the National Housing Strategy, we want to continue with our ambitious targets. And in fact, in the speech from the throne, we revised our targets. And now we are committed as the Government of Canada to work with our partners in the provinces and territories and the nonprofit sector to completely eliminate chronic homelessness. And to do that, we will need to work even more closely with our partners. That's what Canadians expect us to do. We will also move on our promise to increase the first-time homebuyer incentive so that more Canadians can have a place to call home and purchase a home and fulfill their dream of home ownership. And we promise to, of course, increase the first-time homebuyer incentive in places like the Greater Toronto area, the Greater Vancouver area, and Victoria, because we know that in those markets, as it exists, the first-time homebuyer incentive is not working for them. So we promise to increase that, and we will certainly keep that promise.
Minister, we understand government is committed for Canadians, but now as we are in second wave of COVID-19, at the end, you would like to say anything to the Canadian families?
Yes, we will do everything that we can to continue to have the backs of Canadian families. We are there to support Canadian workers. We put together a number of different benefit programs to help people, including the Canada Recovery Benefit, the Canada Caregiver Benefit, and the Canada Sickness Benefit, as well as improving the EI system to bring back people from the Canada Emergency Response Benefit back to EI. We'll continue to have the backs of Canadians. I know it's very difficult, but we need people to continue to listen to the advice from the public health officials, to continue to be socially distant, wear your masks, wash your hands frequently. We have to do everything that we can together, each one of us, to limit the spread of COVID-19, because that's what Canadians expect us to do for each other.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for taking out time for PTC and stay safe.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਲਈ ਬਸ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ। ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਓ ਇਜਾਜ਼ਤ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੱਖੋ ਆਪਣਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਤੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀਆਂ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਲਈ ਬਣੇ ਰਹੋ PTC ਦੇ ਨਾਲ।